Before going to our topic, once we'll recall the plane figures. What are the plane figures? The figures which can be drawn on a plane, such as on the paper of your notebook, on the blackboard, etc., are called are called plane figures. So what are the plane figures? The figures which can be drawn on a plane such as on the paper of notebook, or on the blackboard, etc., are called plane figures. So what are the plane figures? The figures which can be drawn on a plane, such as on the paper of notebook or blackboard, etc., are called plane figures. Can you give me the examples of plane figures? Yes. So what are that? Triangles, polygons, triangles, also polygons. In the polygons, quadrilaterals. In the quadrilaterals, rectangles, squares. Parallelograms, rhombus, circles, etc. Once we'll recall the formulas, that is the perimeters and areas of this plane figures. What are the perimeter? What is a perimeter? Perimeter, the measure of the boundary of the plane figure is called perimeter. So what is a perimeter? The measure of the length of the boundary of a plane figure is called the perimeter. The measure of the length of the boundary of a plane figure is called perimeter. Suppose if you consider a triangle ABC. Here AB plus BC plus CA is called perimeter of the triangle ABC. Suppose if you consider a quadrilateral ABCD, AB plus BC plus CD plus DA is called perimeter of this quadrilateral. Suppose if you consider a circle, the length of the circle is called circumference of the circle. Now what is the area? Area is the region bounded by plane figure is called area. So what is the area? The region bounded by the plane figure is called area. The region bounded by plane figure is called area. Suppose if you consider the triangle, the region bounded by this plane figure, this is the region. So this is called area. The region bounded by this quadrilateral, this is the area of this quadrilateral. This is the region bounded by circle. This is the circular region. This circular region is called area of the circle. Once we'll recall the formulas of plane figures. So what is the area of the triangle? Area of triangle is equal to half into base into height. Suppose it is a triangle ABC. AD is perpendicular to BC. Here AD is called altitude. Altitude means perpendicular drawn from vertex to opposite side. So here AD is the altitude. The length of the altitude is called height. Then half into base into height. Perimeter of triangle is AB plus BC plus CA. AB plus BC, perimeter of triangle ABC plus CA. Next, if you consider the equilateral triangle, what is an equilateral triangle? A triangle in which all the three sides are equal is called equilateral triangle. Area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. This is a. In equilateral triangle all the three sides are equal. What is the Heron's formula? Heron's formula already you have learned in the previous chapter. That is square root of s into s minus a into s minus b into s minus c, where s is equal to a plus b plus c by 2 semi-perimeter of the triangle. If you consider right isosceles triangle, first consider right triangle before right isosceles. It is a right triangle. AB is perpendicular to BC. What is the area of right triangle? Half into product of perpendicular sides. So these two sides are called perpendicular sides. This is the hypotenuse. So area of right triangle is equal to half into product of perpendicular sides. So here half BC into AB. If you consider right isosceles means these two sides are equal. Suppose if it is A units, this is also A units. This is the hypotenuse. Here the perpendicular sides are A and A. So area of right isosceles triangle is equal to half into A square. Areas are square units. Now what is the area of rectangle? Area of rectangle is equal to length into breadth. It is L, it is B. Perimeter of rectangle, two into L plus B. Diagonal of rectangle, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, then L square plus B square. Diagonal of rectangle equal to square root of L square plus B square. Now square, if you consider the square, in square all the sides are equal. Each side is A units. Area of square is equal to side into side, that is A into A, a square square units. Perimeter of rectangle, sorry, perimeter of square. Perimeter means length of all the four sides, a plus a plus a plus a, that is 4a. Diagonal of square, if you apply the Pythagoras theorem, a square plus a square, that is 2a square, then root 2 a units. So area of parallelogram. So what is a parallelogram? A quadrilateral in which two pairs of opposite sides are parallel and equal. These two sides are, these two are parallel and these two are parallel and equal. These two are parallel and equal. These two are parallel and equal. So area of the parallelogram is base into corresponding height. Area of parallelogram is equal to base into height. Now if you consider trapezium, a trapezium in which one pair of opposite sides are equal. So area of trapezium equal to half into sum of parallel sides. So suppose this is A units, this is B units, and this is the height of the trapezium. Half into sum of the parallel sides, that is A plus B, into height, square units, area of square units. Now if you consider rhombus, in rhombus all the four sides are equal. This is the diagonal D1 and this is the diagonal D2. So area of rhombus is equal to half D1 D2 square units. Now today we are going to start our chapter surface areas and volumes of solids. So first of all, what are the solids? Do you know what is the mensuration? The branch of mathematics that deals with measurement of lengths, areas and volumes of plane figures and solid figures is called mensuration. What is the mensuration? The branch of mathematics that deals with measurement of lengths, areas and volumes of plane figures and solid figures is called mensuration. So what is the mensuration? The branch of mathematics that deals with measurement of lengths, areas and volumes of plane figures and solid figures is called mensuration. Already we know the plane figures. Now only we discuss the plane figures. Now what are the solids? Solids means a solid has length, breadth and height. The third dimension is a height, otherwise depth or thickness. So what are the solids? A solid has length, breadth and height. The third dimension is height, otherwise depth, or thickness. Basically, solids are divided into two types. Solids are divided into two types: regular solids, irregular solids. Regular solid means we can say that the particular shape. Irregular solids we cannot say the particular shape. Again, the regular solids are two types: polyhedrons, non-polyhedrons. Again, the polyhedrons are two types. Examples of polyhedrons are prisms and pyramids. Examples of polyhedrons are prisms and pyramids. Sorry, this non-polyhedrons also called as rational solids. Examples of this one is sphere, cones, and cylinders. Now we'll discuss with what is a prism. A prism is a solid bounded by number of plane faces two of which are, a prism is a solid bounded by plane faces, two of which are congruent parallel plane polygons. Congruent parallel plane polygons. Call the ends. The parallel plane polygons are called the ends. And other faces called lateral faces, side faces, or parallelograms. So, a prism is a solid bounded by a number of plane faces, two of which are congruent parallel plane polygons called the ends, top and bottom. Other faces are called side faces or parallelograms. The examples of prism are prism, cubites and cubes. These are the familiar examples already we know from our previous classes, from primary classes, cubes and cubites. So tomorrow we'll discuss about the surface areas and volumes of these cubes and cubites.